Hello, my lovely people. It's been a while. I'm glad to be here again. How are you guys doing? Anyways, I want us to talk about something very interesting today. Yes, you might be wondering why. Before I continue, I want to acknowledge those who have been waiting for me here. Oh, yes, I have just in one channel. Thank you for joining Classroom Tips with Linda, all the way from Turkey. Hey, I'm glad to have you here, Linda. On your health with Mary, my very own sister from Regina, Celeste Wall from Portugal. How amazing! Hey, Franklin, all the way from Calgary, watching. Afro-Mex family, I'm super happy to have you all here. How are you? I'm good. Yes, guys, I want us to talk about our parents today. Yes, you guys know I love to talk so much about seniors, and that's what I want us to discuss today. So, in today's video, we will talk about resentment, why we get so much bitterness as kids, as siblings, when it comes to looking after our parents who are declining. Yes, it's always something so emotional. Yes, I mean emotional. Seeing a parent, seeing somebody who has been with you the whole of your life, looking after you physically, financially, socially, everything, the advices, psychologically, all the good things that you can think of, they have been in your life. They have been impacting you in so many dimensions. And just for you to get up one day or shortly and see them declining, going down so fast, it's always so emotional, especially to siblings. Unfortunately, siblings don't look at it the right way. There's always resentment, that conflict, that bitter hate. I don't know why. That's why I'm bringing up this today so we can share together. I don't know why we have to get into conflict or we have to feel so different when it comes to taking care of our parents who are declining. You know what? It is something kind of natural. I'll put it that way. It is a natural thing to feel emotional when our loved ones are declining. But is it worth it fighting, conflicting here and there, bringing up all family conflicts just because we are trying to look into helping our parents who are declining? I think sometimes it's just time for us siblings to come together, look for a common platform that we can talk and share ideas on how we can place our parents who are declining in a good position, instead of fighting or who will be doing this, who will be taking the responsibility of this. So that's what I want us to share, guys. Thumbs up done. Thank you, Afro Next family. I appreciate that. I promise this video maximum will be an hour. I don't want us to go that late. It is evening for most people, and it's precious time to sit with the family. So if you're coming here to sit with me, I do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I am grateful. Yes, you considering me as part of your family. I truly appreciate. Nothing that you support me with here is not gone unnoticed. I always tell you this, and you guys have been the one pushing me through, taking me to levels. I really appreciate it. Hello, host, and everyone in the house. Just in one channel is giving a shout out to everybody. Please, you can connect with each other if you can. Most of us here are content creators. Celeste War, On Your Health with Mary, Afro Mex Family, and just in one channel we all content creators. Also, we have classroom tips with Linda. Yes, she is a new content creator, a new YouTuber. Please don't hesitate to go and support her. This one will fire as usual. Oh my god, Mary. Yes, I really have to do this today. It's been a while I didn't touch base with my audience, and really I wanted to come today so we can share something. Yes, and for those who don't know me, my name is Hilda, and I am a nurse by profession. And touching lives or reaching out to those vulnerable people or the vulnerable population is just where my passion lies. So I love to work with seniors. I love to talk about seniors, people with special needs, and much more. And on this platform, we talk about health, just sharing health tips. We share the stereotype that is surrounding aging. As I always say, aging is a natural process, but some people usually don't take it light. They don't usually want to accept the aging process for some reasons, which I myself I don't know. And then we talk about uh, the the lifestyle that can help us to age happily, that instead of focusing so much on the aging process, we are trying to look for those things that can still help us to age happily, the lifestyle that we can involve in, to be seeing those lifestyles daily and improving on them to take us higher, to make us feel comfortable, have that self worth, the inner fulfillment as we age, instead of concentrating more on the aging process that no one likes to talk about or likes to hear. So, lifestyle is huge. And I always say, oh, we talk about the end product, seniors. That's why we're here today. We cannot talk about aging without talking about our parents, our lovely seniors. They are angels. And yes, I will always talk about them. As you join, guys, please go ahead and share this video. If you have a community, that would be very, very much appreciated. And yes, our topic again for today is resentment among siblings when it comes to caregiving for our older adults, for our parents. Why do we have such resentment? Why do we have that bitterness? While our emotions, the emotions, why are we unable to control them? So share your thoughts in the comment section. That would be very, very much appreciated. Well, I will share too so some people can join. Yeah, somebody's actually trying to join us here. Oop. Share, guys. Let's talk. Yeah, I'm seeing some eyes. Unfortunately, I can't even address that person or give a shout out. Please let me know in the comment section. That would be great. Just leave a comment so I know who is watching and where you're watching from. Here in Edry, it's been a little bit warm and yeah, it's getting better. We are just hoping that it stays like this. Just can't wait for the spring and the summer. Yeah, I hope everybody does as well. Let me know how is your weather condition wherever you're watching from. Hey, on your health, how is Regina today? Celeste Wall, how is Polga? Let me know in the comment section, guys. And share your thoughts about resentment. Why we get so much resentment when it comes to looking um, after our parents. I like to mention this. It's kind of something very natural and it's very obvious. It's okay for some people, most if not all, to feel emotional seeing how their parents are, declining. They have been with us all this while, as I mentioned, doing things that no one will imagine. And just of sudden you get them to, to see them declining is quite emotional. It's always emotional. And siblings always are like, oh, how do we go about this? I know sometimes it's out of frustration that siblings will tend to get that resentment, looking into who will be doing this, who will be taking care when it comes to the finances, who will be looking after mom or dad or these aging parents when it comes to their care, all those things, their finances. That's why we always advise to get all these things in place when they are very young, strong, energetic. Being able to tell you their wishes is always a good thing to get them involved in their care while they are still very young and energized and can talk to you. So to minimize resentment among siblings, any frustration when it comes to their condition declining, so that is just going to be very, very easy. Unfortunately, we never do that. Most siblings will not engage into coming as a family to talk about those things that their parents will need down the road. And they get into frustration, emotion setting in when they start to decline. And then sometimes some parents are even unable to verbalize their wishes, to talk about what they love to see in their lives, how or what will make them to feel more happy as they are getting to that late old ages. Oh, yeah, just in one channel. Okay, glad to know. Watching from Italy. How is your weather there, my dear? I'm glad to have you here. It should be pretty late there, but you are here with me. I am blushing. I truly appreciate you stopping by. Hello, beautiful host. Yes, so as well, my sister. How are you? How are you, sister? It's been a while. It's been a while. Did you work today? Let me know in the comment section. So, Celeste Wall and just in one channel today, we are talking about resentment. The resentment we have when it comes to taking care of parents as they change, as their maybe health conditions are changing. Why do we have so much hate? Why are we not coming together? Why are we not talking as one, as siblings, to look into the health situation of our parents and go from there? We have so much bitterness, so much conflict among our siblings when it comes to taking care of those parents. Why is that happening? That's my question for today. Why is that happening? And are there any other ways? Are there some ways that we can put in place to be able to minimize this resentment, to mitigate this situation? Let me know in the comment section so we all can benefit from. I'm actually trying to get somebody to join us. I share the link, but she is not seeing whatever I'm sharing. So let me do it again. Share your thoughts in the comment section, guys. It's just going to be a very short video. As I mentioned, um, I guess, okay, should be good now, I guess. Share, guys, share the video if you can. If you have a community, that'll be great. That'll be very much appreciated. And share your own thoughts. Just let me know in the comment section. Then I'm going to just, when you say what you think about this topic, and then I'm just going to run up with it. So I would really want us to share, like, to understand what causes this sibling tension, like what causes siblings to behave or to have this resentment, to have this conflict when it comes to looking after those parents. We will also talk about how we can rebalance, how we can make things or put things in order to minimize any of these conflicts among siblings, and also handling disagreements about how much help these parents need. Yes. So the first thing is understanding what causes sibling resentment or tension or conflict. This is very obvious. That's a loved one, somebody who has been in your life, who has been part of your life in every aspect. Yes, those parents, they impacted our lives. They have been doing so much in our lives, and now they are declining. It's very obvious. It's but normal for us to feel that resentment, to feel awful, to feel um to be disturbed. It kind of just a natural thing. Unfortunately, we tend to fight on it. So it is very natural why these siblings tend to, why siblings, all of us, we are siblings, why we tend to have that resentment, that conflict among us, taking care of them. It is okay. It's just emotions. It's just so emotional seeing those parents going down, depreciating, some get into the vegetable state like just so fast. You get emotions. It is very okay. It is very okay. The problem is We are six in the family. My mom is down with diabetes and heart issues. My siblings always claiming that they don't have money. Everything is on me. I was still to come to this just in one channel. Oh my god, you brought it already, but we are going to just trash that out. That is what I'm talking here about. Why is it so difficult now for those siblings to come together? It's sad to hear that your mom is in that situation, my dear sister. And that is why I'm bringing this. Instead of coming together to think about the diabetes complications, those heart issues, and these are serious health complications when it comes to health and older adults. It's very, very serious. And people will be like, oh, I didn't have money, I didn't have time to care for her, I didn't have time to care for him. Really, do we remember these parents? They have been in our lives throughout. They have been helping us in all aspects of life. And now they're having health issues, health complications, diabetes, heart issues. That's serious. Instead of just looking into those complications, looking for ways to mitigate, to make her to be happy, we are there trying to fight, trying to claim we don't have any responsibilities at that time. We don't have money. Did you ask yourself this question? Was your mom able to bring you up despite the challenges that she was going through? And now you don't have money. And just letting it on one person, that's too much. That's too much. And that's where the conflict is coming from, my dear. That's where the conflict is coming from. I will tell you, it's so rewarding giving to seniors. I don't know about you guys, but that's my personal experience. It's so rewarding giving to parents. But we don't know that. I will tell you, do your best. Instead of fighting, instead of having that resentment, that conflict, that hate, you know what? Do what you can for your mom. If you have money, if you have the means to look after the health complications, those are serious health complications, like I mentioned. If you have the opportunity, don't hesitate. Continue to do what you can do for your mom. Like, you can do it, your mom is seeing it, she is aging more happily. Your God is witnessing. So just keep doing what you are doing, is just good. Also, at work, watching from background. No worries, Celeste. Thank you. I still appreciate that. You've always been there supporting. Thank you. Just in one chat, they said, I am the rich one among them. That is the question. That's the problem. They say you are the rich one. Unfortunately, they will not stand up to give the physical care. Yes, that is the thing. We have to maybe share those responsibilities. It's okay. You can have the money. You can be financially viable to look into those health conditions, to pay for the treatment, to pay for hospital appointments and bills. But are they ready to give the care, just the care? Are they able to host your parents so that they can give that care? They can help them with their daily activities of living. That's where the problem is. If they happen to spend a penny on her, they always ask me for refund. It's so sad to hear this, my dear, but as I told you, do your best. It's just so painful to see this. And what about that parent? What about your mom, even? Trust me, she's going to depreciate so fast just knowing that some of those siblings, some of those kids are not ready to give back to her. They forget that she has sacrificed a lot to be where she is now. Who knows where her complications are coming from? And now it's time for us siblings to fight. We don't want to pay. We don't want to look after her. We don't want to even help with those simple daily activities of living. What do we want to do? I really like you sharing your story, my dear, just in one channel. Yes, I would really like to connect with you. Yeah, I would like to connect with you, but it's really unfortunate to hear this. But keep doing what you are doing. Why reach unstoppable entertainment? Hey, bro. Welcome all the way from Jamaica. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hello, aging in happily with Hilda. Thank you, bros. I appreciate you stopping by. So, why reach unstoppable entertainment? As you join, please share if you have a community. This video, I promise, is just going to be an hour max or less. Yes. And share if you have any community, that would be very much appreciated. So, in today's video, we are talking about resentment, conflict among siblings when it comes to taking care of parents who are declining physically, health, or emotionally, any way you can think of. Why do we have so much resentment? The conflict among siblings. Why is this happening? And I was just trying to talk on what one of our sisters just mentioned just in one channel. She's just sharing a story of her mom that she is having health issues, diabetic and having heart conditions. Those are two very complicated uh, conditions, and that we should not tamper with. But now some of the siblings don't want to take any responsibility of helping her out. They consider she is that one who is financially viable and just looking up to her for finances, for everything, even a penny. When the siblings spend the wax and money together, she is the one who is taking everything. So share your thoughts in the comment section. Why reach unstoppable? How you, like, if there are any other ways that you think we can mitigate this siblings conflict in families when it comes to taking care of a loved one who is declining, that'll be very, very much appreciated. The second point that I mentioned, the first one was understanding what causes sibling tension, which is just that emotions, just seeing them change, just seeing the parents changing is just making you a sibling to be emotional, and that, imagine like five of you having different emotions, is always going to bring conflict because one sibling will be like, oh, we should use this way, we should go this way, we should take care of mom this way, we should put this in place instead of this. So everybody's having his or her own contribution, and that is just bringing the conflict, the emotions, kind of making it so hard, so difficult to come into a compromise. So that was the first thing. Yeah, thanks. Of course, just do your best, and don't let go. You know what? Still look for time, sit, talk to them, and tell them it's okay. You are ready to give back. You are ready to support your mom financially. Ask them, are they ready to help you even with the physical needs? Yes. Finances might just be something too little. We don't even understand. Those older parents, they need more than we think. Yes. So when you provide, when you financially viable, you provide the finances, are they able to support you in other aspects? The care, most especially when we talk about the care, is just maybe hosting, taking those parents to live with them, to give them the daily care maximum that they can support them. Someone with diabetes needs special attention. Someone with heart issues needs special attention, and all other complications. Even someone with arthritis, that's huge when it comes to people who are getting older. They need some people to be after them on daily basis. So if you can support financially, let somebody be there to even help them with those physical needs, making sure they are eating healthy to meet up with all those health challenges. Safety is huge when it comes to heart disease, come to diabetes. Like, yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if this type 2 diabetes, as we think, is just lifestyle or it's not too huge, but sometimes it can be a big deal. Need somebody to pay attention, to watch what they are eating, to watch their medications, and making sure that they are taking those medications the right way. Very, very important, guys. So Try and talk with your siblings, just in one channel, my dear. Try to talk with your siblings. Let them help you with the other aspects while you provide the finances. Even if you give this money to your mom, to your dad, to your parent who is suffering now, and there's nobody to control that money to make sure what they are eating or what they are buying with that money is useful to them, to their system, is still wasting. It's not making sense still. So don't don't go back. Don't step back with your efforts. Keep pushing. Try to let them know that you will support the way you can, but you need somebody to constantly look after mom. Except you are already living with mom, then that is already huge. Like that's too much for you already. And you know what? It's never too much when it comes to looking after your mom. So keep doing what you are doing. But if you are not staying with her, it is a good thing to always just call, still call for a family meeting and let them know you still need support with such and such and such. It's just going to go a long way. Dance. Oh yes, you're welcome, my dear. Yes, very sad condition. Yeah, why rich? I must tell you, it's very sad. Very, very. Franklin says things are complicated around the world nowadays. People are hurting financially and have to work extra hard just to break even. Tell me about it. That's a simple fact. It is getting crazy. Inflation now and then, every second, things are changing. And it's working people up, especially those siblings. So taking care of that parent again who is depreciating health wise can be can bring those negative emotions more. And if you want to add that stress to your already financial stressful condition, you are going to kill yourself. You are going to break down like you are a parent. Remember, you have to be strong physically, emotionally. You have to be healthy to be able to even look after that parent. And now the way things are in the world is just like, trust me, it's just going crazy financially. So that's giving so many siblings hard times already, and it's just one of those reasons that can make those siblings to be feeling the way they are feeling, to be feeling, to be having those emotions, the resentment, the conflict, the hate. No, yes, people are barely breaking even. Frankly, I accept with you. I agree with you 100%. Some of these conflicts are due to poverty or lack of means. Yes, I told you something I mentioned earlier. It's just natural. That's one of the things, that's one of the points that I mentioned, that like understanding what causes sibling tension is one of the things that we are sharing here. Like, despite the resentment, the conflict, why is these why are these emotions, sorry, coming in place? Yes, one of the reasons is poverty. Yes, your financial condition might not permit you to do what you wish for your parent as they are changing. And it's very obvious you feel that awful. You will feel emotional, you feel bad, you feel sad. And that will bring conflict among you siblings. Hello, everyone. Sweet Mother, she's TV joining us. Thank you so much. Thumbs up giving. Thank you so much, sister. I appreciate you. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. Feel free, you share if you have a community. I will really, really appreciate it. Yes. And thank you, Franklin, for that insight. It's really, really helpful. Yes, poverty is huge when it comes to the resentment that siblings have or family have when it comes to looking after a parent that is declining health wise. That was our very first point, Franklin, that you brought a good example in it. Rebalancing caregiving responsibilities when one has been doing all the work. Yes, again, these are tips on managing caregiving with siblings. Okay, so we just mentioned the first one, sweet mothers. Just before you join, we are talking about resentment among siblings, the hate, the conflict, those negative emotional feelings that siblings have when it comes to looking after a parent who is declining um, health wise. So in today's video, I decided to share on tips that we can, you know, tips for managing caregivers with caregiving with siblings. Tips for managing caregiving with siblings. So the very first one we mentioned was to understand what causes siblings tension. Why is that resentment among siblings? Why is that conflict? Just to understand why, it's just going to help us know like why do they are having the emotions they are having. They are having the conflict. So it's just good to understand that piece. And then the second one is rebalancing caregiving responsibilities when one person has been doing all the work. That's another way to mitigate this conflict. And one of our sisters, just in one channel, was just sharing her personal story, how her mom is a diabetic, having heart conditions, but all the responsibilities are on her. Everybody's looking up to her, especially when it comes to finances. And she even mentioned that when she or one of the siblings is spends even a penny, they tend to ask her to reimburse. And I was like, oh, it's not really, really good. So that point is relating to this rebalancing caregiving responsibilities. When one person has been doing all the work, I was telling her, yes, you have been financially viable, you have been doing everything, taking the responsibilities. When it comes to finances, is it not time to share some of those responsibilities, the other aspects of life? So it could be just physical, looking after the parents, like giving the care. When they are staying, especially those staying by themselves, what what is your own contribution as a sibling? If you are not able to support financially, what is your own contribution? Are you able to monitor their health condition daily, check their heart conditions, their if they are eating healthy, especially someone who is diabetic? Are you able to step into their lives in those aspects? That's a way to balance the responsibilities. The caring charges, that's the way to balance it up. Somebody's doing it financially, be there physically. We know diabetes, sometimes, especially type 2, is just kind of lifestyle that is causing that. That is help, making some of those parents to have those things. Just us, same like us siblings, could just be lifestyle. But as they get older, they are unable to look after themselves. Like they are unable to take control of that health condition. But are you as sibling ready to get them on track, to monitor what they are eating? Are you able to do that? Someone with osteoarthritis, that's a physical condition that is just coming as we get older. Are you able to set in, to come in and help in that particular aspect? Your is weekly, daily, monthly, depending on how you guys are planning. What is your own contribution? Someone is there as sharing or helping financially, at least do something emotionally, spiritually. If you know your mom's or dad's spiritual condition, what they like to experience spiritually as they age, are you supporting them in that aspect? Are you letting them see the priests, the pastors that they would love to see, that will give them that inner feeling, that fulfillment as they age life? There are so many things, so many ways that you can be part of your parents' life. There are so many ways. Don't let the responsibility to be one person's. Sharing those responsibilities go a long way. It's going to mitigate the the conflict among those siblings. Siblings have to. I wanted to bring her to Italy, but oh, unfortunately, yeah. I see your frustration, girl. You wanted to bring her, but you refused. You know, us back home from, I guess you from Africa. It's just so difficult sometimes with those parents to live here, to go out to those places, especially with the weather condition. Sometimes I'm so happy that my mom is always ready to, to come in and help, just because she knows what we are going through when it comes to this Western world, wahalas, or what how we call them. Yeah, she's always, she feels so, bad. I will put it, seeing the struggles that I am going through sometimes, especially with kids again. So she always step in to help. But sometimes you can see they really don't want to move. It's not their comfort zone. No, it's not. They have been building those memories back home. They are so comfortable in that environment. And now you just want to take them off that beautiful environment where they have been building those memories. It's just time for them to cherish those memories, and you want to take them. You know what, just in one channel, sister? Unfortunately, yeah, I can attest with you. I feel you. Yes, I'm just so, like, I'm blessed, I will say it, that I have the opportunity to have my parents-in-law to visit me here, and my mom-in-law, like, she's that one who's so attached to her farms, to her families. She would not just like to stay out that long. I was so blessed to have them come over to spend some time with me. It's always a blessing. Like, I don't know how I would ever, like, my words fail me when it comes to appreciating them for all they are doing to me. I feel bad for you, my dear, but you know what? That then is a distant relationship. You have to figure out ways to, to go about it. Keep doing your financial stuff. Just support in that aspect. What is huge there is that care. Really, are they able to even manage the money, the finances judiciously? That's even another concern, right? So that's why I'm saying you shouldn't give up. Try to, not hidden heart, try to come into a good terms with your siblings. Just even let them help you with those emotional, spiritual, physical needs of your mom. As I told you, those are complicated health issues for older adults. So do your best to let them help you. Let them do those checks with the physicians, because sometimes when you go to the physicians, sometimes you can see that, oh, she's is always coming, and she's always having this, it exacerbate sometimes, then it goes back by itself. We don't just assume such things, especially with those complicated health issues. Let them to do, like, make a schedule so they can check on your mom and make sure she is happy and having the care that she deserves. That is very, very huge. Thanks. Yes, sweet mother, she's. Parents need emotional and psychological support that visits and calls can provide. Yes, I must tell you, psychological support and emotional support. It is very, very important. So, my dear, you are in Italy. Reassuring your mom all the time can go a long way. You are not there, but try to reassure you are with her spiritually. You can just help financially. You are there praying for her. You can do whatever you can, and just making her feel that she's okay wherever she is going a long way. Just like Franklin is mentioning, parents need emotional and psychological support. And you know what? On the other hand, your mom or your parents, they will feel so bad when they know you are not happy where you are, when they know you are feeling um you are not feeling happy or you're feeling sad about their health condition, it makes them feel worse. They feel bad. So as you try to reassure mom, letting mom know that her condition is going to be okay, you yourself let her know you are okay, that you are emotionally stable as well. Because when they know that you are not fine or you are constantly thinking about your health condition, it brings them, it breaks them more. Like I'm talking from experience. I've experienced that with my mom. Sometimes you like, I remember the last time that I wanted her to come over. She was like, yeah, but you will see that she's not ready to come at that moment. But knowing that she could sense that I am not, well, I wasn't strong at that moment, like having little ones. Yes, she was feeling bad and like, oh, yes, I need to step in to help. So sometimes we really don't want to make them to feel that awful that you yourself as a sibling, you are suffering. It makes them to feel bad, to break down so fast. So try to be up to, to be up to that task of accepting life changes and just being happy with them. That will go a long way for you and your loved one, your parent as well. Then, yeah, while waiting, if you have any more thoughts to share on that, let's talk about the third point: handling disagreements about how much help your parents need. All these points are kind of interrelated. Handling disagreements about how much help your parents need. Yes, they are all interrelated. Here is the thing: some siblings, they get into the resentment, that conflict. They're feeling so bad because they feel the parents, they need like different things. They don't know how to go about all those different needs. But first, let's be frank here. We need to make some assessments to be sure of what our parents, those parents need. And until we are talking as one, as a family, as siblings, then we are not going to come into any compromise. The thing is, the tendency is always this parent, this sibling was like, oh no, mom is okay. Mom just needs somebody to give her money to, to meet up with her daily tasks. And somebody is like, the other sibling is like, no, mom needs somebody to physically help her with her daily activities of living. And somebody is like, no, mom just need to have, to have her own independence. Yes, I know, we all know independence is one of those things that our older adults will love to hang on to no matter what is going on. They love to hang on to their independence for as long as they can. But you know what? It is a challenge, it is a responsibility that you need to assess and take charge. Because in as much as they love that in that independence, sometimes they tend to decline, they depreciate without realizing that they are changing, they are having changes in their lives already. Just because they love their independence, they don't tend to see it. And some a sibling may tend to fall into that trap, to believe that that mom doesn't need any help. No. Yes, they love their independence, but they tend to decline. When they decline, you need to step in to help them out. To help them out so they don't depreciate that fast. That's what we are talking about here. Oh, Juba Bruce Love TV. Yes, nice to have you. Thank you for joining. Assassin Food Hub. Yes. Wow. Hello, host. Thank you so much for joining. Thumbs up done. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, guys. I do appreciate this time. You are still here watching, supporting me. Yes, you are the reason for me being here. You are the reason for me coming live, for me making these videos. I really, really appreciate you all. Like every little aspect that you've been supporting me with. I'm growing so fast. I'm so happy. about that. Yes. And please feel free to connect with each other. We here to, make each other grow. We are giving content here, but at the same time trying to support each other. So if you are content creator, try to connect with everybody. Narcissist, football, Juba Bruce, you are all content creators. Try to connect with each other. Sweet Mother Jace, please connect. Yes, just in one channel. Connect, guys. Why reach unstoppable? Thank you, guys. Celeste Wall is here just watching from the background. Feel free to connect with her. She shares so many health tips that we don't even want to get into it. Like, you will love it. Onya Held with Mary was here. I think she's watching from the background as well. Afro Max family, yes, guys. Um, we also have classroom tips with Linda. She's sharing all what we can help, not necessarily, or not only in a classroom, how we can get those tips back in our houses to help our kids grow, to grow the right way, to have a good mindset when they try to learn, when they're about to learn. Classroom tips with Linda. Yes. Hello, Juba. Can we connect? Yes, go ahead and connect, guys. Noticing football, foot hub, sorry. And Juba Bruce, just before you join, we are sharing tips on how siblings can work together to help their parents as they age, as they decline. So we were sharing some of those tips, and one of our sisters was talking about sharing her experiences, how her mom is diabetic and having heart issues as well, and the siblings are just leaving all the responsibilities with her, especially finances. And it's just so tough on her. She's been trying to get her mom from home to come to Italy, where she's based, to no avail. Is always so difficult. She tried, but it didn't work. And now she can only support financially. The worst was that when she is, no matter how she support financially, the siblings kind of not appreciate. And even when the siblings even do something for mom, or maybe spend even a penny, they tend to request that money back. It's so funny, well, it's funny but sad that it shouldn't be like that. The responsibilities for parents, it should be a shared one. It's not happening in that family. So I was just telling her, no, you know what, go ahead and do what you can. You can only do what you can. And remember, these parents have been in our lives throughout, and it's just time for us to give back. There's a lot give, like, reward when it comes to giving to our parents. They have been in our lives so much, and it's time to give back. Not time for us to complicate, to be in conflict, because siblings don't want to come in terms. Yeah, so I was just advising her. So if you have any ideas on how siblings can work together to look after a parent that is aging or having health conditions as they age, drop your comments in the comment section. We will learn. And one thing that one of our brothers shared, Franklin was talking about finances. The world is getting to something else, especially financially, financial wise. We know about the inflation rate is just getting too much everywhere, and making siblings to be, no, okay, yes. Oh yeah, blessings. That's a shout out from Juba Bruce. Yeah, so Franklin was just talking about how poverty can contribute to siblings, resentment, the conflict, and all whatnot. And I was accepting, I agreed with that point 100%. It can cause a lot of frustration. In addition to the emotions, seeing how that parent is declining is just a lot. It's just enough for you to feel, to have that resentment, to have unnecessary conflict, hate among family members, among you siblings. It's very obvious, because you, like, if that money was there, you'll be like, oh, you know what? If the problem is money, I will step into support. If the money is the physical care, yes, with my money, I can get a caregiver to help. And It's huge. Finances is huge. That's something that can actually separate people as much as finances is bringing people together. That's how it can go a long way to bring to cause confusion, separate people, and much more. So that's what our brother Franklin shared. And yes, finances, being in that poverty state, can actually cause conflict among siblings, emotions when they see their parent are declining. Okay, I think that we should love our parents and care for them and care them. Don't Yes, we should love and care for our parents. It doesn't matter. That's right. We should love and care for our parents. I was just explaining this. What have they done in your life? I know some people have very bitter stories when it comes to their lifestyle, their relationship with their parents as they were growing older. Well, you know what? Life happens and things will happen that way. But let's think of the positive things. Let's think of how these parents have impacted our lives. It doesn't matter. There are times that, you know, it's very it's natural, kind of natural to have some conflicts with your parents. Those are things that we cannot avoid in life. You know, as they age, their mental capacity, what is coming from their mouth might be so disgusting that you never believe. Yes, it happens. It's just stages of life, it's just part of aging. But we tend to forget the beautiful things that they have impacted us with. And when it comes to giving back, we go to think about those negative things instead of thinking about the positive ones that they have, impacted us with. And that's what you are just sharing here, Juba Bruce. Yes, we have to love our parents irrespective of what. It's a lot bringing us in life already. And you want to think of it. Are you giving what? Are you expecting something that you are not giving? Remember, you have kids as well. You have other younger people in the family that they are looking up to you. You the way you resolve the problem, are you expecting them to give you that respect? Yes. If you do, give it back to your parent now. Give it to your parents as well. Love them unconditionally. It doesn't matter what they have done in your life that is too bad. No, it can never be that bad. You never compare it with those beautiful things that they have impacted you with. So always good to love unconditionally. And backwards, okay, why rich brother, thank you for coming back. Yeah, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. Yeah, I have 8 more minutes to go, guys. Yeah, let's round this up. Share your thoughts. How do you have any other ways or some ways that you can help to mitigate, to minimize this conflict among siblings as they look after their parents when they are declining? Let me know in the comment section. Celeste, well, oh my god, you would have been pumping me with so many vibes here. I know you had worked here and you are doing what I love to do. So don't even bother. That's the most important thing, okay? Looking after those seniors, you know what you are doing, you are touching lives. I know your heart, Celeste, and we are talking about how we can look after our parents here, and you are there looking after. I know it's not your biological, they are not your biological parents, but you are impacting their lives. Some of those older adults there, they don't even have people to look up to. They don't even have families. They don't have kids, or they have kids who don't even visit. And you are there as their family member. You know what? That's huge. That's huge. I must appreciate you. I must applaud you for what you are doing. Looking after older adults is never easy. No, no, no. It's never easy, but we don't want to get that wrong. It doesn't mean we have to disrespect them. We still have to show them that dignity, that respect that they deserve. Though us as caregivers sometimes can be very challenging, but we always want to do our best to give them because they gave us at one point in their lives. They sacrificed so much for us. It's time to give back, not to think so much about negativity. Let's be positive when it comes to looking up after our parents, our older adults. Yes, but it's two side. Okay, parents should love. Yes, you are right. I agree with you, 100%. Yes, that's just taking us to another reason why that conflict will exist. Some parents don't show love to their kids. You are very right. And when it comes to looking after them, they are expecting everything from that kid. We are all humans and we all want to feel loved, supported as well. So, as these parents, they feel like they should have everything from those kids. They forget to know that they have to show the some respect to those kids as well. Some parents really don't love their kids. They don't pay so much attention to seeing how they are going in life. And when it comes to their care, they are expecting everything. Yes, it should be two ways. Yeah, you are right, my bro. Yes, you are very correct. I really agree with you 100%. It should be two ways. It should be two ways. And it's very obvious. We are human beings and we want to feel loved as well. I will not give something that I'm not comfortable with. I will not give from an empty cup. If I feel happy, if I feel that support, if I feel that love from you, mom, from you, dad, I would turn back to you without, you know, without checking left, right, without looking back, because I know there's love coming from you, love coming from somewhere that I love, that I deserve. This is huge. This is and so insightful, my dear. Thank you so much for bringing this. Yes, parents should love their children too. Don't just expect all the time. And it's like a cycle. What you give is what you get. So love your kids so they love you. And that's how when they love you, those kids, they bring up your own generation and they tend to look up to them as well. So it's kind of a cycle, it's kind of generational thing that if you don't set the pace well, it's just going to bring down the whole like the generation down the lane. These issues between siblings should inform us all so that we start making preparations. Yes, we start making preparations of how we will take care of ourselves in our old age. Support from kids should be a bonus, a resentment, Franklin. I must tell you this. Because we fail, those parents, they fail to put in place what they want to see in their lives as they get older. That's a big lesson for us now as siblings to get ready as we get older. Are you having a personal directive? Personal directive is telling us all what we want to see. What when it comes to health, our health conditions, when you are on that sick bed, who is there to talk on your behalf about your health? Who is there to make the decision about your health condition? We fail to put all those things into place, and when we get to uh that stage in life that we decline so much that we cannot even talk to ourselves, we tend to depend on siblings. Why did you not set that plan way ahead of time? So those are some important things that you are just mentioning, Franklin, that I would like to mention briefly. Having a will is very important. Having that personal directive, yes, that is when you are still alive. Guys, take this serious. I made a video, it was a live video actually, about personal directive. You need to have a personal directive. That is very functional while you are still alive. Somebody to take a decision about your health condition. If you are diabetic, if you're somebody with heart issues, and at one moment you are unable to verbalize, or life happens, you are unable to talk any sense, as you all, you depreciate even mentally, your cognition is declining so fast. So while you are in good shape, while your memory is still intact, if you have a personal directive, it's directing everything step by step about your health condition. While in that sick bed, while in that condition, you are unable to talk anymore, somebody is mentioned in that personal directive who will look after your care needs. Do you want to stay in a long-term care? It will mention it there. How do you like to be treated when it comes to uh, um, your health condition? When you depreciate the way you cannot do anything for yourself, how do you want to be treated? All those things, you mention them in the personal directive. You mention an agent that is going to control that is going to step in at that time, that at that point in time that you are unable to talk anything about yourself. Very important. That's so great. Frankly, I really appreciate that insight. It's going to go a long way. So let's plan in future. Let's plan for our own depreciation well ahead of time. Let's plan. Let's set our plans in place. They always say, putting your affairs in order. Put your affairs set. Get that care plan embedded in that personal directive. Let it be there while your memory is still intact. Get that agent, and it's so easy to have a personal directive. Very easy. It's just filling a form, maybe getting a lawyer or a witness to sign that, and you file it somewhere. That's it. Get a will. Well, here's the difference. A will is just after you must have passed, that you died already. A will is only coming into effect when you are no more there, when you are dead. But it's important to have it now while your memory is still intact, while you are in good shape, so that there should be no confusion among those siblings, if even after you are passing. So huge. Great insight, Franklin. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate. Support from kids should be a bonus. Yes. Try to put your affairs now so that when you depreciate, when you decline, whatever the kids are supporting you with is a bonus. You are not fully depending on their support. What if things happen? Like if life happens, like we mentioned about finances, those siblings are unable to have the finances to look after your health conditions. The frustration is even going to be worse because you are expecting from nowhere. You're expecting from people who don't even have, who they themselves are struggling. It will turn out to be chaotic. So plan for your health. Plan well in advance. Plan while your mental condition is still intact. Plan while you are still cognitive. Don't depend on siblings. Don't say no. After all, I have 10 children, I have 6 children. They are viable. They'll be able to help me. You don't know what is happening with them when you are declining. You don't know where they are. You don't even know if they are going to die before you. Life happens. It doesn't mean age doesn't mean it doesn't mean the older you are, that's how you die. No, it's not like that. It's not working like that. People die of accidents very young, not just necessarily because they were really old. No, life happens. So you don't know what will happen. Don't even think, or you're feeling that, oh, you have kids, they are going to help you one day when you are declining. Just plan well ahead of time. Thank you so much for that, Franklin. Okay, they are the one that bring posting this world and take care of us so we can have finance for ourselves. So why leave them when we get, oh my god, that's so emotional. And that's one of the things that, some siblings might not have that same feeling. You are feeling that way, Juba Bruce Love TV. My dear, you are feeling that way. But one of your siblings might not feel that way. That's where the conflict, the resentment is coming in place. Yes, that's where that resentment is coming in place. You are feeling that they have done so much in that relationship, and now we are not able to give back. That's your feeling. You have different emotions, different perspective. The way you think is different. But your other siblings, they are thinking differently as well. Unfortunately, that is the right thing to do actually. Just give them back because they gave us. Yes. Though one of our brothers was saying it's good to, for it to be both ways. Let love come from both parties. Yes, I agree with that as well. Yep, yep, yep. Thank you so much, bro, for stopping by. Yeah. Agent, I got to go now. Take care. Thank you so much. It's always amazing having you on with me. I do appreciate your support. Thank you so much. You keep me going, guys. You keep me going. Yeah. Oh, we went above the hour. Yes. We will round up now, guys. If you don't have anything more to drop when it comes to siblings, resentment, yes, we'll round up here in about 2 minutes. We will stop this broadcast. Yes, and my advice, guys, is if you have a parent that is declining, yeah, that's a takeaway for today. Make sure that you do your best that you can. They have been in our lives. Just give them back. Cherish those memories that they have had in the past with you. Okay, and do your best. Do your best. What you are giving is what you have. You have a generation that you are bringing forth as well. Don't forget that generation is gonna look after onto you. They'll be looking up to you as well. And what you want to expect from them is what you should give back now to your parents. Okay, I know it's not a give and take thing, but naturally you shouldn't just give something that you don't or you shouldn't just expect something that you don't give. It's kind of just yes, guys, and always look for a common platform to share those ideas um as kids, so you can come to a common solution that will help your parents and help you as a caregiver as well. Any ideas, guys? More? If not, we're gonna end it. Yeah, just as we round up. Oh, who is that? Can yeah, some people are just still joining. Please let me know. Sorry, let me know who's just joining us, so I give a shout out before I end the broadcast, guys. I really always like to appreciate all who come on live to support me. Yeah, it's family time. It's quite late here. I know it's late in so many places now, especially those in Europe and Africa. I appreciate so I can give a shout out before I stop this. I end this broadcast, please. And just want to share about 3 key tips for caregiving with siblings. Why sibling? And the first one was why siblings, the tension that can erupt as parents need care. It was all about resentment, conflict among siblings as they take or look after their parents as they get older or when they change, when as far as health conditions is concerned. So we shared some 3 ideas, and those ideas was just a way to understand why there is that resentment among the siblings. And the first was why siblings tensions can erupt as parents need care. And we mentioned that it's just because of the emotions, just seeing them declining that they're not expecting, though it's part of life, it's part of the aging process is just enough reason for siblings to have resentment, because they are emotional. They tend to feel that way. Um, as a family, carefully consider or reconsider the caregiving responsibilities. Like sharing, that's another way to mitigate this particular situation. It's kind of sharing the responsibilities. It could be one of the siblings taking care of the finances and one doing the care, or the physical needs, the emotional needs, spiritual needs, looking into those other aspects of life, not just finances. One of our viewers mentioned about finances, how she's supporting the mom who is diabetic and having heart disease financially. And the advice here was for other siblings to at least even support with the physical needs, the emotional needs, the spiritual needs. Very huge. Sharing those responsibilities go a long way to mitigate the conflict, the resentment. And the last point was siblings may have different ideas about what parents need. Yeah, that causes another conflict. So, if you know, the tendency is always that one sibling is like, mom needs this particular thing, and the other person is like, no, mom doesn't need this parent doesn't need this, she needs to be here, he needs to be here, he needs to have this, he doesn't need to have this. Like all those different needs that siblings they feel the parents need, their needs, that parents needs are different, is always bringing that resentment, that conflict. So those are the things that we share. And Franklin talk about the finances, that is really a big, it's huge, it's causing resentment, conflict, and making siblings to feel emotional, to feel that way, because they are they are broke and they don't have the finances to do what, or to keep their parents up to that level. Their wishes are not being met because they don't have money, they don't have the finances, poverty. So those are the little things that we shared, and I really want to appreciate you all for joining me live. It's always a pleasure to have you all. I do appreciate all your support, guys. Those likes, the thumbs ups, yes, you give all the time, you share to your community, it's not gone unnoticed. And giving this feedback, yes, that's what is pushing me to making me to learn and grow, and go extra mile to make the research and bring the content here. I do appreciate all your support, those feedbacks. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so, so much. And yes, without much ado, I'm going to end this podcast. And guys, stay safe, age happily, embrace aging as much as you can. It is one of those things that we have no control over. As I always advise, just take it to be part of you, okay? And you should engage in a lifestyle that can help you to age happily more, not thinking about the aging process or how you are going to get older and you die and stuff like that. That's not even the idea about aging. It's not even the aging process, guys. So yeah, cheers to your health. Stay blessed, and yeah, always remember to do all those things that will keep you or make you to age happily. I will see you in my next video, guys. I love you all.